Good evening and welcome back to Laser Focus Solutions Media, folks. Chris Godwin here, your host, just coming at you on a Friday evening on a late night post. Don't stream live, but at the same time, my content is live, and for me, you're seeing it in Futureland, but I'm just coming off the top of my head as to what's on my mind. And, one of those things that I continue to speak to from a business owner perspective is just, being humble, and just continuing to grind and stretch. I posted on Facebook to somebody's comment, and I was proud of that person for, just the post they made, about, being brave or fearless or whatever. And there's something to be said about that. When you can put yourself in the unknown, be vulnerable enough to put yourself in the unknown, that's where a lot of the creativity happens. So, I find myself as a human being, we all do it, leaning back to that safety place, that security blanket of life, let's call it. What's in our memory bank? From what we recall, we know works, let's go back to what's safe, But tonight was kind of interesting. So today I got a call, and I use, HouseCall Pro, as I've said on previous videos. And in this case, I use HouseCall Pro Assist, who takes my incoming phone calls. So I'm out on a job site today doing the gazebo build day 3, I think, something like that. And we got the approval to pour concrete yesterday evening. The inspector approved it, gave us a thumbs up. So we went out there this morning and went ahead and poured those forms in. So finished that up. It was hot. It was hot today. Finished that up and then went out and did an estimate for a referral client, actually a realtor, gave us a move out client. So we're going to go through and basically go through the house and putty up I say putty, I'm just kidding. All the drywall holes from pictures and that kind of stuff, and just get it ready, for the walkthrough when it's time to move out. So went out there, met with that customer, sent them an estimate within 30 minutes, received the approval instantly, because that's what HouseCall Pro does for me, is that I can send an estimate out electronically and walk away. And then all of a sudden, I get a notification saying, well, Chris Godwin, Laser Focus Solutions, guess what? You got another job. So then I go ahead and convert that to a job. And then I schedule it, because I already pre-negotiated that with the customers, the what if scenario, right? Let's pretend, or what if, we move, you like everything you see. Is there an expectation of timeline? What's it look like? Am I coming back out tomorrow? Or are you expecting me to be here tomorrow? Or you expect me to be here in like 2 weeks? Excuse me. What's that look like? So I already kind of set that expectation, let's call it. So once he gave me that approval, I went ahead and scheduled it. But I was going through my HouseCall Pro Assist calls, and I had a unique one. So the caller gave a first name, and it was outside of my scope. So it came to me from HouseCall Pro Assist saying, hey, you got something to take some action on, right? We can't handle this for you. So I look at it, and the call notes say that he found me on Google, and which I love about HouseCall Pro Assist, and just the tracking ability of it, and VoIP and such. So then, it's like the call says, emergency call, must respond to this evening to remove a screw. And I'm like, what? It's Friday. I ain't got no job. I ain't got nothing to do. No, I'm just kidding. I do have a job. So I'm like, it's Friday. You know what I mean? Not that I have anything crazy fun to do, but it's Friday. I'm trying to relax. I was out pouring concrete this morning, man. We already talked about that about 2 minutes ago before I scrolled out. So I'm like, man. So I call this guy back up, and I'm like, hey, sir, I'm trying to understand the need. It says here on the notes that you got to have this thing done by tonight. He's like, well, listen, I'm a property owner. I live in New York, North Jersey, New York area. I have a screw, my maintenance guy stripped out. I need this piece of equipment removed so I can get it shipped back. It's a server. It's attached into a rack, and I need somebody that can handle this. So I feel like I'm giving mad props to HouseCall Pro a lot, but specifically in this video, I think I've dropped like 4 or 5 nuggets Man, I better get a cooler. No, I'm kidding. So I use HouseCall Pro Assist website. And the website and the reviews on HouseCall Pro Assist, both side and side, hand in hand, have gotten me up on SEO. So this gentleman from New York Googled handyman home repair, Delaware, and laser focus solution laying there at the top. What's he gonna do? He gonna click that puppy, and he gonna give us a call. So I'm like, okay, so you want me to come out on a Friday night and remove a screw? And he's like, yep, I gotta have this thing shipped back, and my guy bailed and failed, and I need somebody to take care of it. So I went out this evening, and I'm sending this late night out post to you guys because I just returned from a call from a property owner from New York that paid me well. And then he said, I have more work for you because of what you did tonight. You showed up when I needed you. You did me a solid. I have more properties and I have more work. So let that be a lesson to you, right? You never know where something is going to lead, where something is going to carry and take you. I could have easily been like, nah, dude, it's Friday night. I'm not dabbing with that. But, just had a conversation. Little did I know it was going to turn into something bigger, okay? So now this guy's like, I have a couple bigger things let's talk about tomorrow, whatever. Even if none of that comes true, okay? The fact is that I was found. So when I was riding home from that job site, I said to myself, in order to be successful in anything, you got to be found, right? You got to be found. So I had a Wix website that I knew nothing about, and I thought that was something I was proud of. I went on there and just did my own thing. I used Photoshop or whatever I used, and I did all kinds of fancy stuff. So I thought, well, what do I know about websites? You know what I mean? And just because I hit the publish button, where's it going? Who's seeing it? I don't know. I mean, like right these YouTube videos, for example. I mean, how do I even know that the algorithm on YouTube's picking this thing up? Unless I have somebody actually professionally editing this stuff behind the scenes kind of thing, right? Which is something I'm going to get. I'm just not there yet. So pump the brakes a little bit. But to own a business, you have to be found. So that's what I got. I got HouseCall Pro that does me solid on so many different things, on so many different levels that, man, I just got paid on a Friday night to remove a screw, which it was a little challenging, I'm not gonna lie, but I just brought a bunch of tools with me. I studied the picture the guy sent me, and there was a nut on the back side of it. It was a spring nut style that was holding this rack in. So I was like, okay, well, if this man mauled this screw up. I mean, he mauled it. So I was like, all right, well, there's nothing on the front. The client didn't want me to break the screw any more than it already was, so that's where I found myself having to get creative. So did get it done, did get paid, did get satisfied, and I'm very, very happy at this point, right? From a recap perspective from the week, we put out some pretty large quotes estimates this week for some repeat business, some referral business, some new business. It's coming from all angles, and that's the most phenomenal feeling from a business owner, and look, I don't got no money laying around here to, I got a coin, but that's about it. But I got to go out and grind. I got to go out and make every opportunity count. It'll take one bad job to fold this business with where we currently are. And I know that. So, and that's just like anything, even in your home life, right? I mean, you go out and buy the wrong car and get the wrong car payment, then you're folding, right? So I continue to do my best to make good, solid, sound decisions for the health of the business that ultimately will create wealth that will then feed me. Chris Godwin is what I'm trying to accomplish. But it's not about going out and finding the money. It's about going out and doing the thing, okay? And in my case, my thing is providing a service. So I'm not selfishly going out and trying to find a dollar. I'm going out and I'm fulfilling a need. And then in return, that need affords me the opportunity to win a dollar, right? So in order to do more of that, I go back to what I originally started this post out with, is you got to be found. So thank you again to HouseCall Pro for everything that you do behind the scenes. We need to figure out reporting. And that's going to be something I'm going to be doing a video on, because I got to get into that and figure that out, because I'm struggling with the reporting end of it. But I think it's a me issue, a behavior, and what buttons to push kind of thing. So we'll see. But I'm going to end on this. It's Friday. Peace.